All right, so this is Girl New Zealand, chapters 4 and 5, the continuation. So just in a kind of synthesized just review of the chapter, we see a lot of images being depicted and paintings, pretty much all from the European perspective, and that was a major component of these two chapters. Native women were depicted as the traveler. It was the native women as the travelers were naturally inherently shadowy in character, dubious, malicious. This chapter gave a lot of detail to the rise of traveling and seaports and how they were largely masculine. That talked a little bit about how the missionaries learned the language, wrote in it, transcribed Bibles, and actually tried to teach Christianity through it, which I thought was very interesting. They also said that the Maori were able to pick up easily on the English dialect, which is very interesting, given how its complexity to a lot of other languages. Maori women were soon depicted in domesticated roles. This would be a big thing coming to kind of deconstruct cultural, natural roles. These were kind of a mission to redraw and patrol national boundaries, colonial optical arrangements. You see this in the Captain Cook painting. Basically, what the Europeans painting these events would want them to see. The natives show up in traditional and royal regalia, which may not be the case, which of what would actually have happened during the actual encounter. They don't even know Captain Cook or a white person probably ever. Why would they dress in their formal gear? They don't understand that. It shows the optical arrangements of the colonials. And then in chapter 5, they talk a little bit about women and how they're ugly and intense, and that somehow invites intimacy, which I thought was interesting. The colonial postcard, the poor man's phantasm, producing little knowledge of women and their cultures, presented as exotic and alluring. This also kind of going off the increased information on travel. We see the postcard becoming a big thing, and the Maori women being depicted in these postcards. And then this actually attracts a large number of middle-class travelers, and there's a lot more commotion to the island, which I thought was very interesting. I never really think of New Zealand as kind of Hawaii-esque, but that's exactly kind of like the approach a lot of postcards were going for. And then the two chapters close out pretty well by basically saying that a camera cannot ever be neutral. There's always somebody behind, even if they weren't using cameras, but even if they were using like actual cameras, there's still somebody behind taking the picture for a certain reason and arranging it in a certain way. But this is especially true in paintings and in records that people kind of make up, right? Kind of maybe base it off of something real and then add their own twists. So I thought that was very interesting.